We're beneath the floor of Stavanger Cathedral, and we are working on an archaeological project to document the crypt with a particular focus on the burials that we can find under here. So right now we're going to take a sample from this particular coffin for radiocarbon dating, and we're going to try and cut out a chunk of it without disturbing the rest of it. We'll see. There's already a bit of it loose, so maybe I don't need to cut anything. Maybe if I just pull very carefully. Yeah. We're taking samples from wooden coffins, human remains, textiles, all to find out how old the oldest burials are. Ooh, look at that. It's a molar, even better. To hopefully identify this earlier Christian burial ground and verify whether or not we have very, very early dates would have quite important ramifications for our understanding of how southwest Norway became Christian. So these are the results for burial 1, the tooth and the coffin wood. Now the interesting thing is that we have evidence of reburial, because we didn't only take human remains, we took coffin wood, which turned out to be a very good idea, because we wanted to compare the dates of the coffin that they were sitting in to the dates of the bone from the burials, and we can see that the age range of the tooth is 1168 to 1220. And that's at what we call a 95% confidence interval. So we're sure within a 95% probability that it falls within that date range. While the coffins that they were found in are only about 400 years old. The reburial in and of itself is very interesting. It shows that people had this continuing reverence for individuals buried within the cathedral. But the placement of some of them is actually really, really very important. We have pre-cathedral burials here. We have a pre-cathedral burial here. If we accept the idea that this guy was reburied more or less where he was found. And then we have this void right here. In the 1960s, when they excavated, there were no human burials found here. And we didn't see any when we were doing our recent work here. So between this burial and these burials, what's going on here? And what that might be is that this is actually the placement of the original church. Whenever we discuss early Stavanger, the development of the establishment of the cathedral, and certainly this burial ground here, we always say there must have been a church on the site before the cathedral was built and associated with this burial ground. And it may be that this void here represents where the church was located. Archaeologists at the Arkeologisk Museum in Stavanger, we don't get to do this type of work very often. In fact, most archaeologists don't get to do this type of work very often, working in a underneath a cathedral floor in a very tight tunnel. It's very exciting, and particularly with the lead up to the 900th anniversary of Stavanger Cathedral in 2025, we would like to do everything that we can to illuminate or bring to life in Stavanger in the years up to the building of the cathedral.